This program contains crazy material, including offensive language. Listening discretion is advised.
Welcome to a VO's Padded Room podcast. So put on your straitjackets and join Big Jim and Brad Storm as they probe inside the mind of a new guest each week. So strap up and let's do this.
Our guest this week on a VO's Padded Room podcast has more than 15 years of improvisation experience studying with the likes of Del Close, Paul Sills, and Hamilton Camp, to name a few. With her extensive theater experience, our guest excels with her emotional range and is able to be exactly what her client needs. Both a Sovas Voice Arts Award winner for Outstanding Commercial, TV or Web Best Voiceover, and Best International Voiceover Performance by a Female at the One Voice Awards. Our guest knows all about hard work paying off. It's time to get strapped in the padded room because, Janet Peters, you are locked in and mic'd up. Janet.
Yeah!
Oh my God, Janet, I need some NyQuil.
Welcome to the show, Janet.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Holy moly. I feel winded on that one.
Did you?
But you know what? That's great. Yeah, I did. I did today. Hey, you know what? As long as you're healthy, back in full force and ready to go, hey, we'll have you here anytime, any day, doesn't matter. But let's go back to the past. Enough talk. Let's go back to the past, where you found your love for either comedy, improvisation, or just acting in general.
We don't have that much time. But
a speed version.
You mean my love for whatever it is I'm doing today with voiceover?
What made you the person that you are today? Like when you were a kid, this desire, like this need to be in front of people, acting, performing, was that something you did as a youngster, or is that something you found out as you got older?
I think I found it out. I have my sister Arlene Montaigne. She was in hair many years ago with her husband. And I remember that she would sing all the time in the house. And I also remember saying to myself, I can do that. And I would just do all these things in the house with my mom and dad in the kitchen, and I'd be in the other room singing, dancing all by myself, to all of the Broadway musicals. I guess everyone else went off to college, although I did get a degree later in life. I wanted to be in showbiz.
Nice. Now, what musical did you like to sing around the house all the time? What was your favorite or your go-to one that you just loved, and you maybe the
there are worse things I could do. Wait. The name of the show. Is it Grease? I think it was Grease.
Oh, they're wanting to get rid of Grease now. They're wanting to get rid of that movie, by the way.
Oh, I know.
It's offensive.
Yeah, I
get
hear
out of there.
Everything seems to be.
I never thought of it that way, but no.
No, I never did either. I remember singing at the Palmer House in Chicago a long time ago. And I also remember auditioning for Grease, for, I guess, Sandy. And I was doing not only singing at the Gaslight Club, which was a restaurant where you also waited on people, but it was in the Palmer House on State Street. You had to have a key to get in, But I recall singing there.
You were singing and serving food.
Oh, I was singing and serving food. And some of the waitresses would come up to me and the singers, and they would say, you're funny too. You should try comedy. And so that's when I started and thought I will. I went to Second City and I studied there quite a long time, 4 good years with Del Close.
Second City. What years were those? Was that when the Belushi Years and the original?
I was a little bit. I was after the Belushi Years. Just
okay.
Not much, but more Jim Belushi.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying by age. I'm just saying by time frame. I guess. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're old at all.
Oh no. I recall one thing that really took my life for a loop. Auditioning for Second City one day and getting called back the next day and getting called back the next day. And I thought, I'm in, I just had my daughter, my firstborn, Alexis. And, I was nursing but I so wanted to be in the touring company,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember Joyce Sloan, she had called me in on my third audition and sat me in her office, and she said, "How old is your newborn? I know you had a baby." And I said, "Oh, I think she was like 3 or 4 months." And she said, "Are you nursing?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "What would you be able to do if we put you in the touring company?" And I said, "Oh, you mean stop nursing? Not a problem. Oh, please. No, are you kidding? Here, I'll give her to my husband. I'm out here."
Yeah. Yeah. Here you go.
Kids, what kids?
You can get those, like, what do they have? The fake ones that were in that movie. What was it? With Robert De Niro. He had the fake ones in that movie.
Oh,
What was it called? Meet the Fockers. Yeah, that was it. Or Meet the Parents, I think it was.
yeah.
You just strap one of those on your husband, you get the fake ones going, and you're like, hey, you're good to go now. What the hell is this?
Oh, man. Well, needless to say, it never happened.
Oh, no.
Because she knew I was full of baloney.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I went on and did a bunch of shows in the city, and I even taught improv, and I had a great time. But my love for voice, I recall wanting to do it 15 or 20 years ago and trying to do it and not even knowing what I was doing. And I actually found Voice 123. I think back then I didn't have to pay. I don't remember. But I had this little closet in my house. I didn't know what I was doing. And I actually got a gig. I got a job. And I screwed it up so bad. They said, the guy goes, they wrote me and said, "Listen, we're going to give you the $100.
Nice.
But I'm sorry, we can't use
That's
you."
so cool.
And you got the job. That's what
learn.
I probably should start doing some of that too,
We'll just,
Going, hey, what the hell
right.
did my
We'll just
pen
give them
go?
money.
Oh.
Hey, brilliant.
So you're on voices.com too as well, right, Janet?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which one of those do you like the best? I mean, out of all the pay-to-plays that are out there.
The one that hires, probably.
I was going to say, Bodoggo. I love Bodoggo.
Well, that's Brad's favorite.
Yeah,
There
Bodoggo
is-
is pretty cool.
And I've gotten some work. I've gotten work on all platforms. But you know what they say. You have to go out and, come on. Then it's not going to come to my door. I wish it would.
No,
But
you got to hustle.
it just doesn't.
Right. I'm not generalizing everyone, but
All right.
people think, hey, well, I got a great voice and I'll just get in there and I'll take care of business.
Yeah.
There's a lot of miles that have to be put in front of you on the pavement. Like, what are you learning now? What are the things that you're learning now to help you improve?
Chris, I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do a villain. I did a villain the other day. I play villains.
I saw that. It's on your website, isn't it?
And I did a villain. And I thought, you know what? I want to make a demo, a villain demo.
You've actually got a really, really good one, and you're very talented at
Oh,
that.
thank you. But so I sent it to someone and said, listen, always ask for what they think. That people in the voiceover industry are so wonderful. I have not found anybody, and I mean this, that I don't like. Everybody's so nice.
Well, Janet, I think too, everybody is so nice. And the people that you see succeeding, they're very
day.
positive people. These people are very positive because you know what?
Right.
You're going to get rejections time after time after time after time.
Right.
And
Right.
you just got to keep that upbeat, never say die attitude. Because if you don't, you're going to be, kicked to the curb, so to speak.
And like our new friend JD was saying, and we agreed with him on last week's show is you don't need to get down because you're not losing to anybody. You just may not be the voice for that project or
Exactly.
something they're not looking for.
Exactly. But I tell you what, so when I sent this little demo that I did to someone, she emailed me back and said, you need some coaching. and that's okay. Of course I do.
Yeah, we all do.
Absolutely. Of course. But I'll tell you something. Because I think I do villains so good. Kind of got me.
Yeah.
But we all need lessons. I just today had a nice little coaching session on, being a villain. Yeah. And I thought I did it so good. And he said, all right, now wait, I need you meaner. I want you to feel it,
Punch yourself in the face.
Oh, man. So we all need to learn.
Yeah, you've already scared the shit out of me. So that's the thing. And I think everybody with any aspect in life is to remain teachable.
That's right.
To remain teachable, and life is good.
I agree.
Well, the thing is, too, I believe that there's a lot of humbling experiences you're going to have throughout your life where you think, well, hey, I got this down. And then somebody that knows more than you comes in and goes, no, man, you're getting there, but it's going to take you a little bit more time. And you go like this, and you put your hands down, you put your head down, you're like, okay, well, I'll just fight to live another day.
Well, then pride takes over, unfortunately, on, most, I don't say everybody, but, pride's a hard thing to swallow for, cliche, I guess, but yeah.
You got any stories like that are really, embedded in your brain when you performed improvisation?
Or favorite types of improv that you like? Are there I know we had a gentleman on, Larry, a while back, and he was talking about different types of improv that they would do, whether it's, I don't know, Spank the Monkey. I don't know what it's called. I just throwing shit out there, man. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I loved all of it. It didn't matter and you learn so much. And it's so funny in improv. So many of us, we certainly think we understand it, but when we get up there, especially Doug Close, if you didn't come in with a newspaper and he'd say, "Who read the paper today?" If you didn't raise your hand, he'd go, "Out, get out."
Oh wow!
I'm not making this up.
That's old school. That's cool. That's good stuff. We need that in today's society. I'm telling you. Just like I think everybody should join the military just to go through basic training and some sort of, technical or whatever school. Not necessarily, commit for how many years, but just the training for respect, discipline.
I agree.
With the newspaper, what was he trying to get across to you?
He wanted us when we were
to be up on trends, or
that's right. If we were doing an improv and somebody read the paper and brought something up, however they were going to do it in the improv, you know what I mean? It could have been if somebody else didn't read the paper, of course, improv turns into anything, so it really didn't matter. You know what I mean? We could have faked. Yeah, we read the paper.
To engage.
It was so rough. Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they want you to keep up with trends, and so that you're aware of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, and being quick on your feet, quick on your toes as far as thought. 12 years in the Army,
exactly.
That's how I learned to be quick on my toes.
Wow, 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
I actually 8 National Guard and 4 active. So yeah, it's what I want to say. It gets you to think on your toes real quick with comebacks,
and that's not easy.
No, it's not.
No.
No, ma'am.
And there's, don't upstage. That was another that would anger. Oh my God. He would say, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off." Oh, he just did not tolerate. Oh, yeah.
I've heard that.
He kicked me off a few times.
I've heard that a lot.
Oh, man.
You got to kind of work together as a team. And that's one thing, even in the fire department. We'd do a drill, and I'd finish first. And my lieutenant would go, "All right, go get your stuff and go back and help everybody else." Because there's no number one.
Right.
You guys are a team.
That's right.
You're painting the picture.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and don't let those instructors see you gloating or anything.
Right. You got it.
Right.
Yes.
Right, Brad. Yeah.
You guys know.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
With improvisation, what is the key thing that you really need to hone in on when you're first starting out? Because if I want to be a part of a troupe, right? I know there's one in Savannah, Georgia that, with COVID hitting hard, it's kind of fell off the wayside. But how does somebody get involved in that nowadays?
Well, nowadays with COVID, I haven't got a clue, but soon when it starts up again, you just look it up online. Where can I take an improv class? You know what I mean? You just find it and you take classes. There's a number of people that are taking improv that do voiceover, a number of people. And it's so good for you. But it's easy to find improv classes. That's not hard. And it's always what's most important, I think, in improv is yes and. So, and that means, on stage, Mr. Johnson, help me with this green slime over here. And he would say, of course. Yes. Yeah. Whereas some people that are just starting, someone would say, hey, help me with this green slime over here. And the person would go, it's not green slime.
Yeah.
You're like, hell no, I just saw you pull that out of your pants. Hell no.
I mean, that's the most important because then the scene builds.
Yeah.
It can turn into anything.
Yeah.
and
don't
funny.
throw it off the tracks.
Yeah,
Exactly. Don't throw it off the tracks, man. Get off the stage.
That's not slime. Little Johnny just sneezed.
Oh, poor Johnny. Where is he?
Yeah, it's better than the diarrhea he had last week. I mean, yeah, you just keep going and yeah, it's so fun, man.
Oh, man. So
You're award winning, and I listened and I watched Keep Going, and what a beautiful piece, by the way. How did that all come about? How did you get that gig, and how did it lead to what it led to?
I actually got it through one of the pay-to-play sites.
Wow.
And they were, I know, and they were in Paris, and we Skyped. And I recall the director, Romain Julien. They now live by the sea. They bought a home. But so we're on Skype, he and his wife. They directed me through the whole thing. I would read one line and they would say, "Oh, can you do it like this?" And I'd be like, "Oh, okay." And I would do it the way they asked me to do it.
You're the boss, yeah.
But it wasn't easy at all. And as a matter of fact, I got so frustrated during the session, I said to him, "You know what?" We were all very friendly, so I could say this. It was okay. But I said, "You know what? Why don't you read it?" I said, I want to hear how, and he and his wife both almost simultaneously, and it made me feel very good. It really did. They said, no one has the kind of voice that you have. And I was like,
that's awesome.
Then from then on, I just ramped through it,
Yeah, because you have to have, there's precision in your delivery there, and there's a lot of pacing and, and letting your words describe what's going on. Slowly, methodically, and with grit,
right?
Because you have that grit and that passion to your voice.
Thank you.
That is unique in its own right, and that had to be something that you fine-tuned throughout the years, and now it's award winning.
Right on.
Oh,
let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
We know what that sound means. It's time for another round of a VO's Padded Improv. Today, we're going to have you read a script as a super evil villain. So when you're ready, the mic is yours.
Some girls like to buy new shoes, and others like driver trucks and wearing tattoos. There's only one thing that they all like a bunch. Oh, girls, they just want to have lunch. Oh, girls just want to have lunch. When I whip out my diner's card and their eyes get so wide, they always in the mood for something to munch. Oh, girls, they just want to have lunch. Oh, girls just want to have. Don't ask them to dinner or breakfast or brunch, because girls, they want to have lunch. Oh, girls just want to have lunch.
Yes.
Girls just want to have lunch.
That is awesome. That was cool. That's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't even get close to the melody.
On your diner's card. I'm just kidding.
My diner's card. Oh, I would love some steak.
Oh, I just had steak tonight for dinner.
Did you? Mm.
Yeah, it was a nice one. Put it right in the air fryer.
Oh, there you go. That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, I would love some steak. I haven't had one in a while. After this, I'm going to make some salmon.
Oh, nice. Air fried salmon.
Yeah, it's good for my stomach, Stomach's been a little tender lately. Getting this acid reflux, that's insane.
Talk about the challenges of COVID. We talked about this earlier, and might as well talk about it some more. Has it improved your business? Because there's a lot of people that have been on the show that said, well, it made my business better.
I've heard that quite a bit. I suppose. I mean, I haven't gotten much more work than what I usually get. And I mean that. I'm not chasing the corporate read. You understand? I'm not. And that's important to many people. You want to have an income, you better do that. And I can do it, and I've done it, and I will do it. But I don't chase it. So I'm more excited about villains. And today I did.
You did Girls Just Want to Have Lunch?
I did that one. And I just love doing characters.
Putting your passion into it, and that's good. I like that.
There's so much work out there, though. Yeah, and there really is. I do really good senior citizens. I do, and I get hired for them. You know?
I'm falling and I can't get up.
And I do a lot of senior living kind of things, you know, because the voice is older. But I do have an authoritative voice, so that's another problem. I don't do these happy commercials. You know how people can do the, you know, oh, Sunday for $2.50, you get that. I can't do it. I'm always
That'd
like
be great
this.
to hear you do one of those, like, yeah, it's Sunday. Come on down for a freaking steak, man. Come on down to Luby's, you old ass. Come on.
Let me figure out what you want to order right
Sunday.
now.
That's exactly.
You want a sloppy Joe?
You want
Yeah, I
a
get-
sloppy Joe.
The year's not flying by fast for any means, as far as I'm concerned at the moment. But you know, where do you see yourself this year? I mean, you've reached some pretty good accolades in your career. So, what do you think you're going to do now
Well,
in 2021?
I'm just staying focused. I'm trying to really focus in more on video games.
Oh, cool.
I like them. There's a lot to learn, and I like doing
Yeah.
it. Of
They're
course, I've been
absolutely.
pretty busy with my home as well. My firstborn is a decorator designer,
Oh,
Nice.
right on.
and she is actually helping me. I'm doing a billiard room. I'm actually making a room into a billiard room.
Nice.
We're all stuck inside.
Mhm.
Like, there's no nightclubs. I can't go to
Yeah.
a nightclub anymore.
God, I don't even know what to do at a
know,
nightclub
it's-
anymore. I'd be like,
I know. So I've
I
got
got a
that
6-year-old.
going. And I just want to keep on focusing on my voice, and you know, just grateful. Grateful I have agents. I'm grateful that I get some work, and I love to open up my email in the morning. And, you know, but you have to find work. You must go get it.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's hard.
No,
I
it
did it for like
takes dedication.
for 2 years straight. Every day I was, you know, linked and done. But you must, or it's not going to come.
You got to set your lead goals. You got to have I always like to outline my day prior to the next day. So like I'll outline what I'm going to do for that day. So I stay on track because there was times when I first started, it's all over the place. You know, I didn't know what the hell to focus my time on.
Exactly.
You know, in actuality, all I needed to do was sit behind this mic and keep practicing.
Right.
You know, not worry about all the rest.
You're right.
But yeah, now that's coming along though. Like for instance, you're wanting to target video games. So do you look at different video game companies and reach out to them?
I've done it.
How do you go about?
Yes, I've
take it
actually
on that?
done that. Yes, of course. You make sure you've got a demo.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I was chasing without a demo.
How'd
I had
that
a
work out?
commercial demo. Not very good. But it will now
Yeah.
because I'm going to focus on that. You know.
One of our guests a couple weeks ago had said, Ken, he's big into the video game side of it, is you have to immerse yourself with those type of people as well. Like the circles of
Social media.
designers and producers and stuff like that. He said that really helped a lot.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's a lot of work, you know.
Everything is, it seems like, in voiceover.
I
And it's
know,
okay
and
though,
I
because it's
just-
fun. A lot of it.
Of course, I love it.
You know,
I love it. But there's so many people you run into that want to do it and they think it's easy, and it's not. You have to learn how to read.
out
You
loud.
have to learn how to run your own business. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You have to do all your CRMs or whatever they're called. You've got to do it all.
Yeah.
And I'm one
Yeah.
person.
Right.
Track
And
your
it's
expenses.
expensive. You have to
Yep.
spend money.
Invoices.
You know, and you can do it frugally, but
Yep.
I did in the beginning.
What do you think about freelance sites like Fiverr and Upwork and what's the other one? People Per Hour. What do you think about sites like that?
My personal opinion is I think they're fine. Why wouldn't they be? You know,
Right.
unless
Making a living.
Right.
hello, you know, and I know that people are the pros and cons. People stay away from Fiverr and, you know, don't get ripped off by blah, 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 blah. But listen, I'll tell you something. I did today, I made $200 and I think it was $60. It was for Fiverr, but it was a villain and it must have been, it wasn't even.
You're on a roll lately with the villain. I like it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, all right, I'm going to get a villain demo because this is nuts, you know.
Yeah. Who'd you go with to get your demo? I'm
I'm not done with it. I'm working on it right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so I
Beautiful.
haven't chosen. I mean, currently I'm working with Frank Stuckey, but he's he's just helping me kind of get my reads down and stuff. He's a sound man. And also, you mentioned JD earlier, and I forgot to say I love JD.
You got to listen to the Valentine's.
We love
episode.
JD too.
We just put it out.
Oh, you did? All right.
Yeah, it's a week late because I'm in charge of doing the editing, and well, last week we didn't have much here in Texas. So
you doing all right? Everything in Texas now? And
yeah, we they lifted the water ban yesterday. So
wow.
Because they turn the water on, but then they're like, don't use it, or you got a boil infect or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm sorry you went through it.
I've been worse in the field in the military.
Yeah, thank God.
And with Jim, with this tragedy too, like, he couldn't respond to his Fiverr gigs on time, and they wanted to demote him.
Demote me.
They did demote him.
Yeah, and that's something.
And I'm just like, what's the deal with that? How are you supposed to record?
No.
When you have no power.
I know that.
And the phone's dying and you can't check, the phone all the time. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, but that happens, because that happened with me. I've actually had a couple of bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Like for $45 and here's like 400 words. It's like,
Yes,
no.
They don't ask you first. They come and they just place the order. Then you have to cancel it, and then there goes your...
Thank you.
And the email from customer service pisses me off. Yeah. Because they're like, well, this is what happened. It's okay because it goes away in 60 days. I'm like, well, you know what? That's 60 days. I still have to pay my rent, Come on, man.
Exactly.
It goes away. Don't tell me that.
No, that's the downfall with them. I understand that. So every now and then I'm like, ugh.
That's why they always say,
get one from my agent.
That's why they always say, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? And that's what we do,
Absolutely.
right?
That's right.
We have to wear many hats and we have to go at it. Any particular strategies as far as picking out agents?
Because I'm actually in the market
finding
for
good
one
ones
now. I'm looking around, shopping around for used agents.
Well, I was very fortunate I have a wonderful brother-in-law who heard my keep going, and he just said he's an actor, but his name is Joe Mantegna.
No way. Are you serious?
He's from Chicago.
Oh wow, I know exactly who he is.
He does this. What's his Fat Tony or whoever the hell that is.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
But after he heard it, he was so sweet to me, and he said, "You know what? I want you to meet an agent."
Great.
And he was sweet enough to take me to an agent, and they sat me down and said, "Okay." They took me on. But that's rare and far.
You're gonna have to ask him to give me a Zoom call so I can be all starstruck. That's awesome, man. He's a great actor.
I love him. We've known him.
Yeah.
I've known him since I'm 11 years old.
Oh, that's
wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was only 20 years ago, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Well, networking is important in this business, even if you're doing it at
it's
11
true.
years old. You never
It's
know
true.
who you
That's right.
never know who you know, right?
That's right. That's right. And then there's Lisa from Impressive Talent. Have you approached her at all?
No, I haven't even.
No.
If I can write that down.
Sure, give her a shot.
Okay.
Just, you know what I mean, knock on doors. Make sure you
Oh yeah, we're not afraid.
knock on doors. Make sure you stay socially media alert, kind of every now and then let people know I'm here. Do your LinkedIn thing,
Mhm.
and that's a whole another story in itself. LinkedIn, people get a lot of business.
Yeah, you hear about LinkedIn? Maybe in I think maybe September or August, they're looking to do what Fiverr's doing.
I didn't hear that.
You could be able to create gigs through
Right.
LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just recently came out, I believe,
Yeah.
yesterday or something like that.
I don't know all the ins and outs, but that's the word on the street.
Janet and Brad, you may know this, but are there shady agents out there? Like you think of like a used car salesman that's just,
Oh, yes.
you know what I mean? That don't really know anything, but they're sitting there trying to.
They ask you for money.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course. That's there too. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll ask for money. You want to be with us, you got to pay.
$1,000.
But there's also other ones that don't ask for money, but
They're pretty shady.
yeah, of course. You just got to be careful and stay professional and hardworking. And
Learn from your mistakes.
I did one voiceover that I accidentally swore I was doing dubbing. And I love this man. and they were in Iraq. The dubbing, I kept missing the mouth. Dubbing is very hard. I'm not good at it.
Were you doing it with the beeps? Where they have the 3 beeps? And then you'd go in? No?
That's what JD was. JD was talking about the new software out there.
Yeah, there was some new software, and it was all cool.
It's like a karaoke screen where they beep you in.
Oh, wow. So it makes it easier for you, huh?
Your lines are yellow, and, they're color-coded, so you can know when to come in.
Wow.
It's like karaoke, so you know it's coming and when it's coming. And and it actually, right, and it goes across the letters as it changes colors to the tempo.
So you didn't have, just winging it, right? When his mouth or her mouth open, that's when you had to, oh, yeah, that's hard to do.
That's got to be hard.
And this was for a Kia commercial, IKEA, but I got so frustrated. But I went, God damn it, son of a...
Yeah.
and I mean, women don't talk like that. They shouldn't talk like that anyway, but especially in her. And I thought I lost him as a client, and I didn't. But I really thought I did. You got to be careful. You got to be a pro.
Yeah, there's so many life lessons to be learned as you grow through life. Anybody that's been a real inspiration for you or mentor?
Not in the acting world, but in the sales world. Kay Ryan, she changed my life, this one woman. She changed it. I was bringing so many people in on a phone call at a modeling. I was like 16. She said, my last name was Verl. And she was Kay Ryan, and she came in and said, come on, you're coming to the front. You're not going to sit in a back room and make phone calls. Because I was bringing all these women in to become models.
So many, right?
And I got promoted, and she changed my life. She really did when I was young.
That's great.
Her name was Kay Ryan.
That's always important when people will reach out to help you and, spend that extra time with you. And sometimes you might not even get that in your family life. Your parents might not spend that time with you. You might find it elsewhere. It just, you never know where it's going to come from. Oh, hey, Janet, I'm glad you came on the show. It's it's been 37 minutes, so
it goes quick.
We're going by pretty quick. We didn't get to cover everything, so probably if you have the time down the road, I'd like to have you back on again.
I'd love to.
We'd appreciate that, and we appreciate you with everything you've done for us as far as helping us fill the void 2 weeks ago, and we appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes.
Good old JD.
You want to make
I'm going to listen to that tonight.
It was a good one, too. We had fun with JD. You want to make any shout-outs or you want to plug your social media? Go at it.
Oh, just if you need a voice. I'm at janetpetersvoices.com. I'm on social media. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, janetpetersvoices.com. You can rely on me.
Oh, I love that. That's
Chicken
so cool.
Jim, what do you got?
Yeah, and I'm Big Jim.
BigJimMedia.com, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter at Big Jim Media. And I want to give a shout out to my wife, kids, God, in the greater Houston area. I'd like to thank the lady at the grocery store. How about you, Brad? What do you got?
Hey, just type in Brad Storm. You might find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And guess what? You can check out a VO's Padded Room on YouTube as well as Captivate, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Give us 5 stars where you can. Leave us a review and share with the world.
And remember, when life gets you down and shit gets real, you gotta
punch every day in the face. Yeah!
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.